Hi there. I'm coming to you today from the kitchen because this can be one of the most challenging rooms in the house to sort through when you are downsizing and moving. In my experience, most people tend to take too much kitchen stuff with them when they're moving from a larger home to a smaller home or an apartment. Today, I'm going to go through all of my tips and tricks and my best advice for effectively right-sizing your kitchen. So the first thing I want you to think about when you're about to tackle your kitchen is how your lifestyle will change once you're living in your new space. Are you still going to be cooking your own meals? Are you still going to be entertaining? These are two of the most important questions you can answer for yourself. I always ask my clients, how much cooking do you do now? Okay, some people really enjoy cooking. Other people haven't cooked a real meal for themselves in years, and they generally subsist on whatever is in the microwave. So think about your cooking habits now and think about how they might change in your new home. If you're going to a retirement community, chances are some of your meals will be provided. If you're in independent living, then some of your meals, maybe 2 a day, will be provided, or you get so many per month. If you're moving into assisted living or skilled care or memory care, chances are 3 meals a day will be provided for you. So that means that cooking will be minimal. You also have to look at what your new kitchen looks like in your new space. Again, I mentioned assisted living, skilled care, and memory care. In those kinds of retirement communities, you might not have a very big kitchen at all. You might have a microwave, you might have a small fridge, but you probably won't have a stovetop and you probably won't have an oven. So that really eliminates a lot of the kitchen stuff that you'll need to be bringing with you. Think about it. You won't be baking cookies anymore. You won't be making casseroles or baking pies or frying things on the stovetop if you have one of those smaller apartments without a full kitchen. If you are moving to an independent living retirement community or just to a regular apartment or a regular townhome, then you will have full cooking capabilities. But again, I want you to think about how much do you really think you will be cooking in your new place? How will your lifestyle change? That's the number one thing you can answer for yourself to help make deciding a lot easier when you're sorting through your kitchen. So my second tip for sorting through your kitchen and thinking about what to keep and what to let go of is to pick one set of dishes that you will use for your everyday dishware. Now, that could be the everyday dishes that you currently use. It could be your fancy set of china that's been collecting dust in the buffet and you haven't been using it very much. Or it could be, let me tell you, one of my favorite kinds of dishes, especially for seniors, and that's Casseroleware. Plain, simple, lightweight, hard to break, easy to lift, easy to pass. It doesn't take up very much room in the cupboard. It's my favorite and it's my preference. So that might be something to consider if you do have really heavy dishes, heavy maybe stoneware or pottery type dishes in your home now, and maybe it's getting hard to lift them. You might consider going to the store and buying a set of Casseroleware to bring to your new place. Now, along that same line, having to do with dishes, my next tip is that you do not need to bring a set of 12 or a set of 18 place settings with you. Truly, again, this goes back to what will your lifestyle look like in your new home, but I think for most people moving to a retirement community, a set of 4 or 6 plates is plenty. Even if you want to bring 8, that's fine, but please, Lord, do not bring 12 place settings or 16 or 18 or 22. Now, another clutter area that tends to build up in our homes and in our kitchens are these two things: glassware and coffee mugs. Really, how many coffee mugs do you have in your home? I know that a lot of you have way too many. So I want you, and if a spouse is moving with you, I want you to go through the coffee mug cupboard and pick out your favorite ones and then weed it down to an appropriate amount to bring. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 10 coffee mugs. But I truly can't imagine any situation where more than 10 coffee mugs is necessary to move with you to your new place. That's my challenge to you. Now, as far as glassware, chances are you have a couple different sets of glassware. Again, I'm going to ask you, pick your favorite set of glassware, the set that's that's easiest to hold, that's most maybe durable, that's most comfortable for you to use, and just bring that set with you. Maybe you don't need the big water glasses and the small juice glasses and the champagne flutes and the red wine glasses and whatever. Just try to weed it down to 1 or maybe 2 sets of glassware to hold your beverages in your new place. So next, it's time to tackle the casserole dishes, the pots and pans, the cookie sheets, the pie plates. How much of that stuff should come with you to your new place? Again, think about what you're going to use. A smaller casserole dish like this might be more appropriate than one of those really large ones. And again, you probably don't need to bring all of them that you have. Pick out your favorite 1, 2, or 3, and that's probably plenty. Same thing with your skillets and with your soup kettles. Pick out the ones that you generally use the most now, 1, 2, or 3 of them, and let the rest go. When you think about cookie sheets, probably 1 cookie sheet would suffice for the few times a year you might choose to bake cookies. And for pie plates, well, chances are you won't be making 3 or 4 or 5 pies at a time. So 1, maybe 2 pie plates is plenty. As for small appliances, now is the time to discard those things that have been taking up way too much room in your cupboard for way too long. Bring only the appliances that you use day in and day out. No more room for smoothie makers and panini presses and George Foreman grills if you're not going to be using it on a daily or weekly basis. Those small appliances can take up a lot of room in your kitchen, and by leaving them behind, you can save on a lot of space. So I hope these tips have been helpful to you as you begin to think about weeding through the stuff in your kitchen as you prepare for your next move. Happy right-sizing. If you'd like more tips and tricks about the right-sizing process, visit my website at easyrightsizing.com.